Those are the, well, some of the wind turbines that are on Frodsham Marsh, which is just a short drive away, and it overlooks, you can't see the Mersey. There's some chemical works which is in the distance, that's in view. Didn't want to take my car up this pretty poor road, so I'm going to walk. It's a circular walk. I wonder if they stop somewhere and then just sit in the car and get their flask out and sandwiches. You can tell everyone I've had a little adventure with anyway, these are, well, roads really. You could take your car here, but it's nice to walk. It's an introduction to it. No point. Some horses here. Ponies. Been here before, but since then I've changed camera and all that kind of thing. So hopefully it's a more detailed, if anything else. There they are. Very good. Now then, somebody coming up, creeping behind me now. God. That's the M57 over there. And over there is Helsby Hill, and over here is Frodsham Hill. We're actually more or less in Frodsham. We've just I parked the car on the bridge that goes across the motorway, but I didn't want to start from there, so anyway, it's nice to see some stables here. I presume they rent them out for, I don't know, for rides. Who knows? There are other things here as well, go-karting and stuff, various parts. It's ideal. And there's another place where they fly model aircraft. Yeah. So then you would use the car on this road, wouldn't you? There's another bloody car behind me, it's unbelievable. I suppose it's a Sunday. Yeah. Maybe there's an ice cream van. That'd be handy then. There we go. Look at the wind turbines there. Look at that. So it's a marsh, but it's well drained. You know, there are places you can go. Most of the time you're not going to get your feet wet. Another good thing about this is you can look around without worrying about tree branches and things like that. So back. Better view of Frodsham Hill now, there. Sorry, that's Helsby Hill, not Frodsham Hill. There's Helsby Hill over here. I've come today because there's a breeze, and it's better to see. If you're going to go on a place where there's wind turbines, obviously it's nicer to see them or hear them as well. They make a, when you're near to them, sort of whooshing sound. There's other things over there. There's a biomass plant up in that section there. That recycles, you know, all your rubbish and garden refuse and stuff, and converts it into energy. This guy's in a bit of a rush. It's nice to, I can choke on his dust. It's very considerate of him. Oh, he's slowed down now, fair enough. Yeah, big skies here, that's the good thing. There's no houses or things in the way. You can see for quite a distance. Getting a bit nearer to this one, this wind turbine, you could probably hear it. I'll get a better view of that because where that is, we're right close to it, and there's a path there, see that on your right? That's where we do the circle, are we coming back that way? So it's not all the same all the way around, so just the final bit back to the car. Plenty is plenty. Horses, cyclists, pedestrians and dogs. Yeah. Bridleway. Never seen any horses along here. I've been here quite a few times. I think, you know, Christmas, no, New Year's Day I had a walk here. It was ideal to clear my head. Ice on the little puddles and stuff. Yeah, it was nice. No cars coming up and down there. Some of the drainage there that they use on the marsh. So, there, is that close enough? Hope you can hear the sound of the blades in the wind. Parts of this area is owned by the Manchester Ship Canal because, well, it's or maybe as much as a mile away, or certainly half a mile away. The Manchester Ship comes through here, where it started at Eastham, which is just north of me. You can't go there to visit it, unfortunately. And I think that's where you start. You have to arrive with a permit if you're entering from the canal. Some say Ellesmere Port is near to there. And you need things like life belts and things like that. The ship has to be, your boat has to be tested. But the others have come through from the Mersey. As well as the canal, mostly the Mersey. fact, the Manchester Ship Canal, you will see the odd sign that confirms the fact that it's part of, but you can't really access it. You can access it for views at certain parts, but there's no path along the Manchester Ship Canal in this particular area here. There is one that goes from here to Marsh Lock, which is the final end of the River Weaver, which gives you access with the permits and that, like I'm discussing. So that bypasses Eastham where it starts. You go there to Marsh Lock on the Weaver navigation, and it's very industrial, chemical works and stuff. There's a beautiful view at the end where the main lock is to take you onto the Mersey. You have to be careful when you walk there, but due to the fact of people fly tipping, according to the guy that I spoke to, it goes through some of these industrial parts, and they have to lock it up after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There is a number you can ring to be bailed out. So yeah, be careful. Don't stay or go to Marsh Lock and then decide to take your time, or set off early. We're about to, in a short time, to start, well, at the top end of the circle, or the loop, if you like. We start going across and then turning, going back and coming out where I said where that wind turbine was. That don't know what the mileage is. It's not that far. Take an hour, maybe less. I can hear a car coming. I've got an idea where they're parking, because I've never seen so many cars, because it's a Sunday, and yeah, it's actually where we start to circle, the beginning of circling round, so now this is Frodsham Marshes, and further up along here towards what I pointed out, that biomass thing, going towards Elton Moss. Oh sorry, Elton Marsh, not Moss, which is another walk, different. There's a wild bird meadow and things like that there, quite interesting. And there's a pub in Elton, Duke of Wellington or something like that, I think it is. There's Hoverforce over there, let's have a look at that. Like I say, there are other activities here. I think there's a little circuit there. Never been and never done it, but yeah. Oh, there's some, that's what it is. This could be the, is it the one that does the model planes? Could be, couldn't it? That's why all these people are here. Right, let this car go by. Look at this old sign here. Very weathered. You can barely read the thing. They are Frodsham 1.5 something lane, Lordship Lane, Ince, which I told you about, Ince. Yeah, it is Elton and Ince. Ince Marsh is there. Right. That's right, the village is Elton and the marsh is in Ince. So what's going on there? Runcorn model, it is the model aeroplane thing, that's what it is. It's too windy today, surely. Yeah, oh well, obviously not. Right then. Yeah, I can hear somebody flying a motor on a model aircraft. Can't see anything there. They're not flying it very high. That seems to have stopped now. So. Somebody ahead. It's impressive zoom on this. It goes right. You see them yet? Look at that. That's not the end of it, look. There we go. That's the guy who got out that car. The blue car. Just before the model aircraft place. Yes, I stand corrected. It's in Marsh, or Marshes, and Elton is the village with the pub. See how I can remember that easier? Yeah, it's nice around there. There's a research places as well, where people go to study or something related to energy, I would presume. And around there in particular, it's full of dragonflies. That time of the year, they're very difficult to film them, but they are there. I'm walking along the path and they're taking off in front of me. A bit too far away, but you can see there's just loads of them there. So the marsh is providing the dragonflies with plenty of food. Otherwise there wouldn't be so many of them. Well, some are different colours as well, not just one type. Let's have a closer look at Helsby Hill. There you go. There's a quarry up there as well, which I've been to. It's a nice walk around there. There's even a tunnel in there. There must have been a little miniature mining operation there, and the tunnel was for that, obviously. It's not very big, you know, it's only about 20, 30, 40 feet or something like that. But you walk through it. just wearing casual shoes. But because on a path like this, I've worn the one with the thickest soles on them, you know, otherwise you feel like you can feel the stones underneath under your feet. So I've got boots for that, but for this easy walking, but don't wear plimsolls or something, or because you'll have sore feet. There we are now. I was mentioning the Manchester Ship Canal. This sign at the bottom says, I'll zoom in a bit, by order of the Manchester Ship Canal Company, deposit waste on that land. Just change the settings on that because I'm in wide angle, and I forgot to do it at the pub at the Golden Fleece in Lymm. You can see part of the camera, one part of the axis cameras, so I had to press 4 times and that takes it so that there's nothing comes up in it. It's only on wide angle, obviously you get more on the image, and sometimes it captures. I've only recently got this set up, and I noticed when I looked at that sign I could see part of the handheld gimbal on there, so I'll get it right one day. Shouldn't have told you, probably wouldn't have noticed. Oh, there you go. Oops. There's more development going on up there. There's the chemical works is closed for some reason. I think it's due to situations, I don't know. Refinery's not open, but the chemical works that's there. And it's lit up like fairyland. A bit like the refinery at Stanlow. Oh. Yeah, new development. I can see the scaffolding right in the distance. We're going that way, so I won't keep zooming in because we're going that way anyway. This might be longer than I expected, so what I might do is do this and then do the other half of the loop, because it could be over an hour just getting. So yeah, what we'll just see, a bit like when I went to the Lymm village. I walked along the canal and then went back on a different route. It's a circular route, but I might divide it into 2. Might be a better option. Yeah, do the rest of the loop. Still do it today, but probably won't be processed till tomorrow or whatever. Another clump of wind turbines here. These are the Ince turbines. Nearly Ince Marshes are just where all those biomass is, and it starts, I think, Ince from these turbines here. Twitch of this guy, this telephoto lens. Hi there. Any wild birds out there?
Yellow wagtails,
oh, wagtails, yeah. I was in the YOC, Young Ornithologist, had a little badge when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that was it. I get the Collins Book of Birds, little tiny book, and
Mean, yeah.
my friend would turn the page and we'd try and describe the eggs and habitat. That's how we learnt about it, you know.
As you do, yeah.
Yeah. Hey?
Other than that, pretty quiet.
Yeah, there's more cars, but I don't usually go on a Sunday. Because there's a model aircraft thing, isn't it? They're probably going to that.
Yeah.
I might divide this into two because I've spent nearly 3/4 of an hour from where I started.
Yeah.
And then put part two, and because I'll go round the other way in a loop, back towards Frodsham. Oh, I will. It's great, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So I'm going to pause this. Well, I'll start part two, which is the journey back, on the next video. So bye for now, folks.